A lot of us go through our lives and we are not available for our own self. We miss our own opportunities because we are not available for our own opportunities, our own self. At the end of it all, we need to realize that we are the God we are looking for.
Now, lento le sebenza nge-oxygen more than anything. Ayidingi ukudla kwakho, ama-alkaline wakho. Idinga ukuthi uphefumule, understand more. Idinga i-ank.
Being able to see because I've seen abanye ama-breastfeeding bathi baphila ngamanzi. No, you need to eat.
But what he's saying is, for you to reach your peak of spirit, your highest point in yourself, does not need food, it only needs breath.
So your diet does not.
So your diet is irrelevant. Whether you eat or you don't eat, it doesn't matter. Your highest potential is your greatest fear.
The mountains, they have the deepest roots. Because yes, stabilize umhlaba. So if you understand this in nature and it's born with what is common, and then after to born with what is common, we shouldn't fight about this. Then they were made through understanding. This place now can heal the place, can heal the people first, can heal the animals, can heal everything. So they were used for that. That's why it's Shangan and Malay.
We must stop this thing of hero worship. We must stop this thing of hero worship. You are your own hero. Be the Hercules in your life. Be the Horus in your life. Be the Christ in your own life. Be the Krishna to yourself. Be your own Buddha. Be you. Do you, boo?
If one twin dies,
how do we go forward? Let's stop being what we are not. Let us be what we are. What are we? We are spirit having a human experience.
Movalayo la. Ngifanele esivalo. Ngisabe isivalo sihlale sisincane. Ngeke sibe sikhula ngisho. Sihlale sihle. So ngibingelela nonke ngokuthulile. Igama lami uKidane Xavier. Ngifundisa khona la ekhaya. Ngowesidu ngizalwe kwaNkosi kwaDlamini. Ngilahlela esikalweni. Ngibiswa mara ngokukhula kwendawo saphelela ebubili. That's why mangibuza ekhaya ngizothi ngibuya le-Jan First umanga ukuthi umswato unjani. Ngibuya e-Jan First ngapha. Manje into yangimikisa le ezivula indawo. Sizilula indawo zangakithi. Uyayithola? Yaha. Manje kwenzeka ke sazoba nempi namapidi. Uyayithola? So amapidi nawo eza asuka kubahathi. Uyayithola? Aha. Ngoba la isikhukhulu. Wabalela ke. Mayilandela kahle indaba yakho uzothola ukuthi wasuka kanjani le weza na. Ngizalwa ngahlatshwayo. Ngahlatshwayo naye bamtshintsha isibongo. Ngisazama ukumthola kahle. Ngoba manje bathi uhlabya. Ngibona lento amapidi. Ukavule bathi ukhabula. Ubona le. Bafika bangenela abantu babashintsha bathi madoda hayi man. Ayizwakala into yini asikhulumeni le. Uyayibona? Ngoba thina nathi simakhosi le bangukhosi. Phela ubeka inkosi vele usikhukhu. Umkhathi. Uyabona? So ngalokho nje ngithi ngiyazazisa. Boyithu abazali bami babuya ngale ene kwenzeka wahlangana amaswati yazini genetics yabamba kahle. So I'm here to talk about spirituality and the commonality of spirituality. So spirituality for me it's simple. Nethi siyayithatha siyenze nzima. Yabona? Sithatha isifuna ukuyi. Uyayithola? Sithi lapha siyitholile ukuthi nayi lento. Bese sifuna ukuyidabula ngendlela engalunganga. Because now spirituality is angqale la. Bathi kumnyama, angisho. Bathi izinto ziqale kumnyameni. Right? Where it was dark. Net man was but there was nothing. But there was something. Because you know what? The Spirit of God was hovering over something. That is what? Now, it was perfect. Before it moved, it was just still. When there was the black hole, it was still. No movement, eternal. No experience. So it wanted to gain an experience now. So he has double already. 1/3 of a fold. The triune of God. The concept of two. Isn't there the two zahlangana? Therefore, to open, there's two. Use that concept there. As fold, there's the two. Keep on my heart. It's the third. It's all definite. So, this wanted to have an experience now. Out of this perfection, perfectly, see. My from experience between. So it's nearly experience in three folds. And so I begin to need to some research. A match. Stones they ignite in three ways. Ignatius, Leacefila, Leachinch. Ma firma cristal nai. The third part. So it wants this experience. Tina siyayikhaza nathi abantu. Tina sichaza ngamaviki. Simple. Days of the week. Sithi umvulo. Umvulo uyavula. Into ezithu. Olosibili, olosithathu, olosine, olosihlanu. Umgqibelo. Yadziba. Asibani lelanga. Because it's etheric thing, this one. It's the ether. Everyone. Let's not go. The ether. Because there's what? There's gas, matter. What they call matter. The physical part is gases, it's liquids, it's solids, right? The slangana nani, the energies. Your energies are what? At the frequencies, at the magnetism. Magnetism, electricity brings light, right? That's how we experience light. Even that we experience light, ganja. Everything in nature. Light my subale pezu. Yeah. Right? Your transmitter. Right? And then it reflects. And then it absorbs. And then it rejects. Changes direction. right? It polarizes, right? And then it scatters. 6. The light, 7 kanjalo. So spirituality is that. Ilezinto ezicommon ezenzakalayo. Yabona? Ibachaza indaba yomfazi nendoda bafundisi. You know? In Western science, bayichaza ngoba bathi positive plus positive equals to positive, right? But negative minus negative equals to positive, right? So if you understand how clouds form, then to buy verse of short 38. Then the Quran code. How hail, how imvule forma ngakhona, like lightning, how lightning forms.
The book of Enoch.
Yes, in the book of Enoch. So ihail ibaluleke kakhulu lapha bakutshela ngalo ihail ibaluleke. So you must understand the charges. Lapha negative no negative umama. Not negative in a sense of good and bad. You understand? Because now positive iyathe. Yabona? I-negative iyastabilize. Ihlalisa lento kahle. Yabona? The concept of two. Ihlalisa lento kahle. Lento ihlale kahle. Yabona? Nathi come through our mother's womb. Ila sikhona ukuhlala khona. Yabona? So ihlalisa lento kahle. The negative. That's why la emhlabeni siyama la sihlala khona. Sekhaya. Wenzela tholele negative ngisho.
Yeah.
So ufuna ukuzobhalana. Lo negative nalo positive. Bahlale kahle la. Wenza isibalo.
Wow. For years, Sisangoma, and I've never told you this before. I just had an epiphany. Ugubiya. Negative and negative create positive.
Yes.
But now, if I'm going to demarcate an area, I'm cutting the circuit.
Yes, of
Creating of that negative, I'm adding a positive.
Yes.
That's why umuzu uyabethelwa. Wow.
Because no understand the hate that.
Wow.
Okay.
You learn every day.
Like now the positive charges. This is to umlilo. The attractor is not umlilo.
Creating electronic, photon.
You understand?
Car.
And then the negative.
Wow.
My shana analysis. Yenzani unimvula. Ayibona just like air is important. Without air, asina sound. There's no sound.
How are you going to travel?
No more. Also, is a sound. Ayikho epi. So that's why it's important this. So that's what is so common about us. But now, see, bundles, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lions, they are going to land. It's all going to experience now. It's getting this experience now. This experience is supposed to be reciprocated now. Maybe we had a back to. You want to tell information? You must give back the information. Because now, moon is made up of atoms, right? Now, atoms are made of electrons, neutrons, photons, right? So mabayikala yabona nathi siyayikala yabona bayitesta belungu bayikala nathi siyayikala ukuthi hayi man wayingaqali man le imbizo abamakayenza kamana yenza bayikala le nto abheka ukuthi okay isihlahla siwukudla or siyintembi na and ubona kanjani ushibu kanti ubona ngani ngu-Aries imbuzi why sisebenzisa leyilwane? It's because leyilwane zihlala kudlula ngoba zikwazi ukufunda yonke into eyenzekayo. I-vibration yala
zizwa kahle,
ziyisensa kahle. I-vibration ayihambi ngendlela eyi-one, isobe. So emokhulu sona. So isilwane la earthquake siyayizwa wena mina ufuna ama-detector nani na siyayisensa. So there's vibrations. So nature is so extraordinary. Iyasikhombisa lezi zinto ukuthi there's a common existence ekumele sibe nayo. There's an experience ekumele sibe nayo. Ekumele siyithumele back to. Manje sesifana neyimoto. Yabona imoto ayithumele vibration. Vibration yakhona iyablockeka. Yabona? Iyablockeka just like this.
That's why siba emotion sickness about.
Yes. Imoto. Because la esithi mhlawumbe une-electromagnetic field. This electromagnetic field iphazamiseke kabuhlungu kabi. It's so disturbed. England bayibiza nge-electric fog or what? Electric smoke.
Electric smoke.
Yes. Because of the pollution ela.
Too much energy stagnant and flow.
So into eyenzelento now we get energy from phezulu, right? Things over Israel, maramanje. We get energy from phezulu, right? So we talk about this. We talk about star systems, right? We have star systems. Singazibala star system yethu siyawazi ayi-12, right? The zodiac. So how the zodiac influences us now, because each and every zodiac influences you, not just the one ever to uzalelwe kiyo. So each and every one ihamba ngabona in what way? Now human anatomy and physiology. Umuntu ukuthi wenziwe ngani? Umuntu wenziwe ngani? Nge-nerve system. Ihamba nani? Ne-endocrine system. The endocrine system ihamba nani? Kube ne-respiratory system. Kube your cardiovascular system. Cardiovascular system, right? And then you have your reproductive systems, right? You have your skeleton. You have your interplanetary system. Skumba. Because skumba is a receiver. Friction, vibration, right?
It's a system on its own.
Yes.
Solar pipeline.
Yeah, go on. Yes, and njalo. You have your urinary system. That come up. You have your muscles. Yabona manje. Sonke lezi zinto zenzeka kuphi? La ungaboni khona. In the etheric place. That experience yenzeka kuphi. Now we were locked down because ukhulumile ngama-reptilian uma brother. Ukhuluma ngama-reptilian. Reptilian engathi ngiyayazi mina. Kune-star cluster ebathi Alpha Draconis. Bravo. when you take the word drug. So the way you understand alpha trichonis, it's a system that is entropic. It's
Entrophic. It's an entrophic system.
Yes.
It's dying in itself.
You know what I'm saying? It sucks energy. It's always in a case of disorder. That's why you wanna always put order. So some people got stuck in this system. They were longer down. Yeah?
It's not a human existence.
No, but we are all reptilians.
We are all reptilian.
All of us, we are lizards. By birth. The first thing that develops in humanity is your reptilian body. Your spine, your head, and your tail. We are all reptiles. But we are not aliens. We are what we are.
If you need the embryo, you look like a leech.
Yeah, you look like a leech.
But you are in the modern body.
No, that's why your mother gets sick when you look as a sperm, because you're a leech. You're a reptile. You eat
You're a
from her,
parasite.
you survive off of her. You're a parasite.
Your third stage, you become a blood clot. So some people have become locked down in this system now, right? Uthola abantu bathi bona baya ngihamba ngivalo la. Ngineona belungu, right? You can't be weaponizing those places. Those places are not meant to be weaponized. If you understand energy is frequency, right? And that frequency has what? Has waves, right?
Waves.
Ama waves zila ukala kuna lama frequencies. Yeah, it's what? Ukala lama waves kuhamba nje. No kipi ya wave alimshabini. Samba place wa manje. Kanji right now. Yeah, so aya wave. So everything is vibrating. Everything is vibrating. And there's mysteries in the life. Our waves are different. You can't pull me in one, it is straight kanji. It's genetics. Ya kate ya kanji. Ilo mchutu na wave.
Uzotu.
We are like
Yeah, amanzi vele epipini wabeka iplug lapha.
So thina singabantu siye sayithola lento. Uyabona? Sakhona ukuyichubekisa ngoba siyakhona ukuthi communicate ngedlozi. Uyabona? Abukhulumile ni When kuku. Yeah. Ikukulimukuku now is your cerebrum cortex. The gray matter. Ipampa it. Vibrator it.
In Egyptian mythology, what is the green cracker? They are kuku, even in Catholic symbolism. You'll find in the Catholic Church they have a chicken, a rooster on top of the church. Have you seen that? Sometimes it's a compass, sometimes it's a chicken on top of the church. And then that spins around. That's that kukulimukuku. That's why Zango must be in kuku peswekan.
We actually see this Ebantoni.
You forgot. You poor. That's why nobody's into what they couldn't tambi. Monga bonu ungazwisisi but unekhanda eliqinile. Ufasele.
And umlungu iqalile, it has 6 layers. 6. So the problem is getting locked now. When you get to 6, right?
I'm just hearing the word and it's being repeated in my head. Fontanella. It's the fountain of youth. It's the mythical fountain of youth. Once your head is open and you are receiving information from the higher worlds, you've actually found the mythical fountain of youth. the place of unending information. The Akashic records. You've accessed all the knowledge of the world. Hey? Yeah. Okay.
Now, that's where you're getting locked down. When I have a clear DNA up, by here, by
That's why food is
in many ways. In many ways. Now, the lockdown, by the living, namanzi bayawavala. Oxygen eningi sithole emanzini. Now, lento le isebenza nge-oxygen more than anything. Ayidingi ukudla kwakho, lama-alkaline wakho. Idinga ukuthi uphefumule, understand umoya. Idingi ank. Ngithola.
Kuyadingeka ukuthi sike-ke because I've seen abanye ama-breatharians bathi baphila ngamanzi ukuphefumula.
No, you need to eat.
But what he's saying is, for you to reach your peak of spirit, your highest point in yourself, does not need food. It only needs breath.
So your diet does
So
not
your
need
diet
food.
is irrelevant. Whether you eat or you don't eat, it doesn't matter. What's important is, are you getting enough oxygen?
Because it's what you call the triple B in the brain. Triple B. Brain what? Brain. They say it's brain what? Yeah, it's It's a
Now, this brain in.
it's a triple P. Search it for yourself. They'll tell you that. But it's a barrier in the brain. Right? Now, what's Uchiluguti? Hey, banana is serotonin. Right? Now it can't reach your brain. Because it's a triple P. And I can show you in nature. Right? In nature, the oceans. The oceans, because of the density of salinity and density, they don't mix
With fresh water.
So it's a barrier. That's why they can try and pollute this place, but can't pollute the cosmic information that's flowing in. So if I believe that there's a fault, engaphansi nangaphezulu. So ayikho phezulu kuphela lezo ila because it protects the vibration enzeka so. Ihlahla they vibrating. Your mountains. The mountains they have the deepest roots because here stabilize umhlaba. So if you understand this in nature and it's born with what is common, and then after to born with what is common, we shouldn't fight about this. Then the Abakhaliphi they were made through understanding. This place now can heal the place, can heal the people first, can heal the animals, can heal everything. So they were used for that. That's why it's Shangana Mamalai. You know, longitude and latitude. 12 meridians. Now we have that 12 meridians. Acupuncturists use this. So, malo point. Very well. I have just a few questions over shower cards. Yeah. If there is any. But the first thing was also just get across. If we go down, the won't now this energy one will have he says with the city. There's the dead eye. There can't be a dead eye. There's the first eye. Then there's the two eyes. Because young people were identified. We busela the first eye. Whatever you smell, we busela the first eye. Whatever you taste, we busela the first eye. Because taste you can see with taste. Yes, smell we are born.
You remember things, you see memories.
Yes. Yes. Even your indlebe leyangaphakathi.
Perception, yeah.
Yes, your midbrain. Your mid-ear. Your mid-ear is connected to your mouth. Yes.
And your
Umadula oblongata.
Aha.
your cerebellum as well for equilibrium.
Yes. Even in the brain, you have these three sightings, taste and what, straight in the brain. So that's your first eye. You're the leaf, you're the pen with that eye. It is valid. Yes.
Ilama alkalai. Ubafika nombuzo.
What if everything stopped flowing? What would happen?
Death.
Like frequency.
Death.
Life will cease
Like
to exist.
information wouldn't come in now, boy. Now information it's in form. It's information, it tells something to form. Right? So that information wouldn't come in.
Bengicela ukubuza ama-burial ritual, ama-burial ritual wama-twin. If one twin dies, how is the ritual?
His question, we would spirituality. If you're listening to the vibration and the electromagnetism, the earth itself is a negative plane, right? Meaning it's a holding plane. It's not a proactive, it's a passive. Negative thing I'm understanding is good or bad, and we understand it's a holding. Like it's kafting, I won't tap away. That's positive. And then also keep a potweni ukufaka ku Tupperware ukufakela ukuthi uzokustore so that nakusasa ukwazi ukudla. That's the feminine energy, that negativity, right? So now uphilile emhlabeni umzulu uthini, the information that came down through you, because she said the energy energy moves like this. That's why trees grow like this. That's why you grow like this. We are all antennas to receive information at different ages and different stages of our life. So we are bringing in information, something to form it. And then when we are done with that, we have to return to the source. With the energy vortex, what comes down must go up. And then it creates a continuous energy cycle. That's why you can never lose knowledge. Because whatever information that came with me here, I'm going to enact it and manifest it, right? And then when I die, I go back with that information back to the same source. And it's going to come back down again and up again. That's why you see magnetic waves. If you see a magnet with a pole, a north pole and a south pole, a negative and a positive, the magnetism around it moves in circle spirals, but they never come together, but they always move in opposite directions continuously. This is what human beings are. We are electromagnetic poles that are constantly emitting energy and receiving information. Information and energy is the same thing, right? It's like data comes into the computer, but it's expressed as information. It's the same thing. Energy and information is one and the same thing. So now I'm telling you something, right? Go home and right. I'm telling you, right? Information. When you do get home and you put on your kettle, you put on your kettle at home. The water is warm, now you're drinking your coffee and you feel better. You are returning that which was given, now you are returning it out. Because the next person on I feel so much better. Now you are expressing. What you received is being now expressed. So death is like that. Now what happens with twins? Okay, before twins, you pili lemhlabeni. So now we are going to take that positive energy that you are and put it in the negative that is the earth, so that the energy can continue. Do you understand? What happens with twin energy now? It gets confusing. Twin energy is one and the same energy, but one is negative, one is positive. So what you have is, you have a negative energy, if it's a girl. You have a negative energy that is split into two negative energies. If it's two girls, Lama twins, if it's a set of girls. If it's a girl and a boy, you have one negative energy or one positive energy that is split into a negative and a positive. This is why now, if one gets sick, the other one is going to feel it. If one dies, the other one is going to feel it. This is why when a twin dies, the other one must be buried first. The one that's alive, the one that's still positive, vibrating, must be buried first to activate the negative in the ground. And then they must be pulled out. And then the one that has become dead now, negative, goes there in an activated so-called grave. Right? So that lo azosala gemanje abe free. Otherwise, there's always going to be this negative draw. Emtonsela lapha. Uzoba weakly, abe sickly, abe antisocially, abe njani umuntu. That's with the twin energy. Yeah. Because now one aspect of themselves is underground, one aspect of themselves is above ground. Continue to get rid of that aspect now in. So kuzosala now a positive. It's always going to, no, it's magnetism. It's attract. It's always going to draw them to that point. Are you answered? Yeah.
So ayisho umuntu unlike ilwane and itshalo zona, I don't know how they interact with life because nazo zine spirit and they are an expression of energy.
I love what you just said.
Yeah.
Angazi how they interact with each other, but nazo zine spirit. Your answer is right there. That's how they communicate with each other. They interact. Now to be I think this is communication. What language does spirit speak? Exactly.
They vibrate.
It's vibration.
Well, it's just that our eyes can't see the vibration because it's too.
But Nabuwemos, how many people you meet for the first time with it and you feel it, they're out?
We're not vibing.
We're not vibing.
Our plants seem to be in harmony with nature because they know what to do.
You know what? They are honest.
Yeah.
Tina, we are full of lies.
But why is that? Why don't we know initially?
We lie to each other. No, we don't need to be taught. Umntwana akafundiswa nix. Who taught you how to speak?
I think I was mimicking what was happening.
No. Your parents were surprised when you first spoke. Nobody taught you how to speak. Nobody taught you to love apples and hate bananas, right? It's a choice you made. It's vibration. It does not vibrate with you.
Yeah. Because your genetics are made up of DNA, right? DNA.
Electric charges.
So those are made up of atoms, right? Atoms umuntu na bakala. Batuna 7 billion. Right? 7. Ulandela ku 0.27. Yeah. And Monyara, but you lose about 98%
Of all of them. Every year. So you are never the same person.
So I'm not money. That's why when you have genetical information, stretches back. It's just we cannot access it. We cannot read the light codes that are sent to us by the universe.
Why not?
Yes? It's been locked down because of the system. Then there is pillar code. The way
It's the lies we tell ourselves.
Well, the way what you get pillar code, man. They locked us down.
I want to say, also to add, that I showed, the reason why you're also not able to access the Akashic records is because you're still wanting to relate to the creative energy through somebody else. Or relate now, which is Jesus Christ. You need to go back to your ancestors. But there, and then God is the creator, right? And everything else comes from God, and it relates accordingly, step by step, right? And when you want to access God through Jesus Christ,
I will not tell you, but okay.
yeah, I'm just saying, I'm just making
It's either it's Jesus, it's politics, it's spirituality,
Yeah, I understand.
it's drugs, it's anything. It's what he's saying is we place something between us and our own realization. We always create a bridge between us and ourselves.
Asiboni umoya.
Yeah.
Yabo babiste. So with that oskataza.
Yeah, it's called.
Yeah. Kamili uskataza.
Kumele uzihluphe ngale nto ukuthi okay yini le nto?
Yeah.
Why yini le kuthiwa inhliziyo? Okay, I've never seen my heart, but it's said I have a heart. Let me study my heart. Okay, I've got 4 ventricles. Okay, left ventricles, right ventricles. I've got an aorta, I've got a pulmonary valve, I've got a what valve, I've got this thing. What is the purpose of all of these things? Study. How many people have actually studied themselves?
The heart is like a simple decade.
You understand, Uguti? The important thing is we are looking out there for something that's already in here. What he's saying, Uguti, the 12 constellations, the 12 zodiacs, the 12 experiences are 12 experiences that you are going to have inside you based on your 12 endocrine glands. You are going to experience Martian energies, right? Because you have testosterone. I mean, adrenaline, fight or flight. You are going to experience love, because you have the heart. You are going to experience anger because una pancreas. You are going to experience courage because unesibindi. You are going to experience happiness because unespleen. You are going to experience jealousy because unama kidney. All of us are going to experience these things. Are you now going to make that your soul experience? Or are you going to grow beyond it and transcend it? Look at it this way. Nike nabona abantu abangena emabhavini in an ice bucket of water. Angene, but mabafaka ama thermometer, he's boiling, he's hot. How do they do that? They say it's mind over matter, right? He realized a technique of how to make his mind explain to his body ukuthi yebo kuyabanda angali. But we have an internal heat. Let's awake that. Okay. Exactly. Exactly.
The sun is plasma, right? Understand plasma.
And
plasma
your own blood is plasma.
Your whole blood is plasma.
If your blood is plasma and the sun is plasma, you are solar. You are a solar being. You are a sun. That's why you give warm hugs.
Or cold ones.
Or cold hugs.
Plasma is ultra cold. Plasma is ultra cold.
You understand? That's why Obuti, hey, that's a warm character. Hey, we are banda manubani. Uzwe mase sikhuluma ngethi umzimba sithi sibonge liyabanda. Because we are little suns. We are each little suns. That's why we radiate light. We are human beings. Hue is the expression of light from a heat source. We are all little suns.
And I explained the light, which is like 6 ways.
Yeah. We are all little suns radiating the same energy of the sun. Why should know Mr. Bones? What we are the sun from the sun. So your highest potential is your greatest fear. Think about that. The one thing you fear the most, that's your highest potential. Because once you achieve it, what then are you going to do with your life? You feel like you're gonna die. Yeah, so you keep on postponing the appointment. Oh yes, and then what? So you keep postponing the appointment. When you do it, you die. And once you die, you live forever. That's the thing. Once you're dead, you can't die again. You can't die again once you die. But death is not a state of inertia. That's a state of holiness. The people in the grave are holy. They are dead. They are stable. Death is a process that we have to go through while we are still speaking to each other. But we are scared of death, so we never make the right choices for our own lives. We are always going around in circles. You know where you are supposed to be. All of us, we know what we are supposed to be doing. But we have a fear. You go to once I do it, what next? Things all famous. So that you can live forever. Once you die, you can't die again. But ukufa doesn't mean now no, you are going to die from the illusion you've been living under and come back to the truth that you are. We are all a truth, but we are all basing our lives on lies. But we are a living truth. I mean, is it lies that I have 2 ears on my head? It is a truth. It is a lie that I'm speaking right now. We are the highest level of truth. Normally, on average, human beings speak more than about 25 to 28,000 words a day. Women speak 28,000, men speak 25. Right? 1,000 words a day. On average. 80% of those words are forgotten within 3 seconds or 5 seconds after they are spoken. 80% of those words, you say it 5 seconds later, you've forgotten about it. Of the 20% that's left, 15% is what you heard other people say. It's profound things that you heard from other people. The remaining 5% is your truth. And do you know what it is? I'm hungry, I'm tired, I love you, I hate you. Nyolala. That's the remaining 5% of the truth you speak. Umuntu mighty ngilambile, trust me. Ulambile, they are not pretending or lying about it. Might you ngikhathele mina nyolala. If you force them to stay here, uzolala hleli nawe. Because they are not lying about ukhathana. But umuntu akakutshela ukuthi no, I studied calculus at grade 4. Akayazi ne-calculus ukuthi yini. No, Pythagoras, no, I know Pythagoras. I read his fairy tale. Oh. Exactly. Do you get my point? We can lie about so many things, but you can't lie about I'm hungry, I'm tired, I love you, I hate you. You can't lie about that. I want to go and betray land. You can't lie about, and that's 5% of what we speak. How about we try and speak 80% truth?
Experience.
Experience.
That the Creator is also everything.
He is saying to us. Inyathi ibuzwa kwabaphambili, why? Because kune experience la. Isixhosa sithi ulutsha lunamandla, amaxhego anamava. Amava namandla ayasebenzisana ke. Amava is wisdom. Amandla is strength. So the youth have strength, the elders have wisdom, experiential wisdom. Now, if we can take that wisdom and connect it with our strength, imagine what kind of force we will be.
That one point that we can make.
Imagine the force we could be. Nothing can touch us. Force and wisdom. Wisdom, knowledge is energy. It's all electricity land. Abazokutshela ke abafunde electricity baze bafika kwi-level ye-mechatronics. Okay. You are taking an electric current, expanding it within itself so that it can be able to carry more capacity. So it doesn't make sense why ESCOM is failing in load shedding, because scientifically, energy is neither created nor destroyed. So you can't create electricity, it's there. So you can't lose electricity because it's impossible. Uthi ubukela TV umuntu usisi wakho yasuka ubuye ekitchen babekona uyajoka I am joker. Suddenly there is load shedding. But to guess, electricity is an everlasting thing. It will always be there. Why? Because we have a negative at our feet and a positive at our crowns. There is always an interchange of energy. Just as this Tanduk team, we love focusing outside. We have this thing here, hero worship. Explain what Jesus Christ. We have a hero worship. For somebody else, it's not Jesus, it's Abakhaliphi. No, trust me. I know there is some fool out there in the world who worships me. And that person, tell me the truth here. If that person now they are starting to pray, oh Abakhaliphi, oh Atin Pitori, hello be then, what part of my body is going to tell me that he's praying now? Well, what's going to itch and say, okay, now yakhuluma manje? What is the attention? No, man, come on, no. We must stop this thing of hero worship. We must stop this thing of hero worship. You are your own hero. Be the Hercules in your life. Be the Horus in your life. Be the Christ in your own life. Be the Krishna to yourself. Be your own Buddha. Be you. Do you, boo?
I think before you leave us, or we leave, because we are in this current situation in South Africa. You have brought us here. It's 16 June. What is this place? Memorial. And I keep on seeing 616 is vibrating. That energy. There's something happening in our country. How can you help us to negotiate energetically? So that when we leave this space, when we see things happening, we know what we had people who are at a higher dimension like you, who have helped us with some information energetically. How should we manage? There are energies that have been harvested by people during this, and I see there's a lot of masculine energy surrounding us. And then people who died June 16 were male. So there's something happening. Can we take that energy to move us forward? Can you please help us, because you are more knowledgeable than most of us. Why did you bring us here? 16 June, 0616, there's a vibration with that date. And then you brought us here. Help us to go forward when you go to our homes.
How do you want your answer? Do you want it verbal or do you want it energetic?
Anyway, that comes.
All right. Hey. I'm a magician. I'm a confessed magician. I'm a wizard. Ngizocela our right hand like this.
Right.
Right hand.
Right.
Yeah. Your right hand, and you put your left hand like this, just in front of your stomach. Ne? This is your positive hand. This is your receiving hand, negative hand. What we are going to do now is this. Number 7 is a positive number. It's the number of the Christ, it's the number of the Logos, it's the number of the sun. That's why in many cases you see the sun with 7 rays, right? Right. Now the 7, which is 6 plus 1, 16, right? Being corrupted into a death experience. That's why we are here. The number 7 was turned upside down into a death experience. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take 7 deep breaths. Ne? 1, 7 times. Ne? Now we're going to start. We're going to take 7 deep breaths, and each of these 7 breaths, the first breath, you are going to tell yourself, I'm inhaling truth. Right? The first breath. Consciously tell yourself, I am inhaling truth. And you will feel a vibration here, and you should feel the corresponding vibration there. Let's go for the first breath. 1, 2, 3, inhale. Hold it. Tell yourself you are inhaling love. Experience that love and feel it and release. Do you feel the vibration? The second thing you're going to inhale is what? The first one? Truth. The second one is going to be love. Now is going to be truth. Go. Hold it. Experience the truth. Be the truth. Feel the truth. And release. Love, truth. Feel your mood is starting to change. Feel your body is starting to change. Now the third one is community. Right? In. Be part of the community. Feel the community. Be the community. See it and release. Don't you feel like hugging someone now? The next one is, I am not my past. Number 5. I am not my past. Breathe in. Let it go. Forget about it. Forgive yourself about it. You don't exist there anymore, and release. You don't feel like standing up and going forward now? Number 6. We are one. We are one. There is no individual. We are one. Inhale. Hold it and see yourself as everybody else. Release. Now for the last breath, put your hands together in front of your heart. And rub them until you feel a warm vibration, a warm feeling. Rub it until you feel warm. Until you feel warm. And then what you're going to do when your hands are warm, you're going to start at the top of your head and bring it down through your whole body and say, I am God. You still feel the same way? What's changed in your body? What's changed in your feelings? What's changed in your awareness? You don't realize that your body is too small? The world is too big? That which wants to pop out is you. Now, going forward, now kumpha ihambisana ipart course. When we live here today, know this. If everything else is going to go out of your mind, remember this one thing. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Snow White and the evil witch, Maleficent, are the same person. Understand that? Snow White is you in your purest form, how you are feeling right now. Maleficent, the one who stands in front of the mirror and says, mirror, mirror on the wall, is the you that wants this you to be killed. Exactly. Now,
The you that is listening to the noise.
the you that is hearing all this noise. Now, June 16, this, politics, that, movement, this, uprisal, this, revolution, that's all noise. What you need to remember is, yes, you are beautiful, but there is one who is more beautiful than all. Your own pure self. How do we go forward? Let's stop being what we are not. Let us be what we are. What are we? We are spirit, having a human experience. So let's look at everything first from that perspective. Vibrationally, is this taking me up? Is it taking me down? Or is it keeping me stagnant? I like to say this to my daughters. Mohlangana nendoda ikshela, right? You must listen to his words. Is he speaking here with you, or is he speaking here with you? No, you can actually feel that. You can hear that. Where do you respond to his conversation with you? Are you responding here, or are you responding here? And that's going to determine the pace or the mood of the relation. Or the duration. You understand? So we need to be aware of ourselves. Remember, love yourself. And loving yourself means, please be goddamn selfish. Being selfish is not a bad thing. Please. Being selfish, there is nothing evil about being selfish. Do you know what selfish means? I'm a bit more like myself. I'm selfish. I'm not brownish or you-ish or that-ish. No, I'm selfish. I'm myself. So let's be selfish first. Let's love ourselves. Now, to love yourself, you need to forgive yourself. You made your mistakes, man. Come on. Who was supposed to make them? No. If you didn't make them, who was supposed to make your mistakes? Funda and grow from that, right? Love yourself. Forgive yourself. Know that we are all one. My experience is your experience, and your experience is my experience, because right now we experience Memorial Acre together, right? So what's an individual experience of today? You're going to want to create it in your own mind. Know that we are one. Know that we are God. We don't need to worship and pray to God. We need to just love each other and appreciate each other and respect each other and live with each other. Correct each other. Sine mistake tina ukuthi umuntu momthanda umcorrect. impintshi yakho mayibheda uyikhuza ubone besikumngcwabo kagogo wakho two girls, they're coming out of the car, uyabona ukuthi bahamba bonke ngojomi, but lo omnye isiketi sakhe silapha here, like iqhekeze lempundu yempundu is exposed. Uhamba nechomi yakho unxiba isiketi kakuhlela, you chomi, and then we're looking at this. Why intombi zingakhuzani? Ubona umngane wakho uphume nomngane wakho rithabo, yazi wena uhleli lapha esibilini uyayifaka le makeup yakho kahle, mara umngane wakho uthathile ufawushantela ukuvakasha uthatha isigubhu sakho sepowder omkhuza ukuthi hayi shantela ifakwa kanjalo. We must learn to speak the truth to each other. We cannot speak the truth to each other if we don't love each other. So iqala ngothando lento. Ize ngenyaniso lento, love, truth, forgiveness. I am not my past. I am not who I was yesterday. I'm not who I was 10 minutes ago. It's constant evolution. Number 4, we are the same person. All of us. We are just different perspectives of the same person. Right? After that, we are spirits having a human experience. We are not really physical. We are just vibrations moving along a wave spectrum. And then finally,
Hydrogen and oxygen.
yeah man, it's just hydrogen and oxygen. Basho abantu kabangayifundanga kahle isayensi. Bakuhlangana ne-hydrogen, oxygen, phuma i-nitrogen. Asisho lokho. Which comes from the sun. Kumele niyifunde iscience bakwethu. At the end of it all, we need to realize that we are the God we are looking for. The God you're busy searching for is you. So if you are looking for ifo comments, you'll never find it because it's right here.
Because I'll search.
Hero worship is the biggest issue that we have right now. We've replaced Jesus with the pastor with the bishop with the spiritual teacher with the grandmaster. So manje, when are you going to become yourself? You know? Yes, umuntu ngabantu. Do you know why? I cannot carry both tables alone. Right? But I have to carry the table anyway. So I need other people to help me carry these tables. This is where we come in. A zebra and an antelope manje. A zebra and not antelope, it's about springbok, about impala, those are antelopes. Yeah, a zebra and an antelope, they always walk together in a shatin. Do you know what? A zebra has a good eyesight, but very low hearing capacity. It's deaf, it's practically deaf, but it can see far. An antelope can't see far, but they can hear for miles. Angazinto ekhala le deep roof ela. Lapha deep roof bayaza manje. Ubazwile. So an antelope listens and the zebra looks.
They're actually using the first eye.
Exactly. So now, because you hear and I see, we are neither using ears or eyes here. We are using a spiritual reality called oneness. Now we can both see and hear together. Ganti, if now zebras were left alone, and we are all looking that way. Yes, baby, the lion is right here. Tina siyazwa uzoyibona seyila. So you want to say parts. You understand? So humanity should be like that. What I am to you, you are to me. ubuntu. Bambisana lo. Ukukhula. Besikhuluma la ngaphandle ukuthi this definition of the word umakhelwane, muahisane. Ukuthi it's not neighbor. Umakhelwane is not neighbor. Sakhelene, we build houses, homes for each other. Sakhelene, reahisane. Neighbors all feel ngahlala eduze kwakho. You understand? I'm just living next to you. I've got no contribution whatsoever to your well-being. You've got no contribution to my well-being. So we can't say singo makhelwane. We are neighbors, sure. But as no makhelwane, we need to come back to this consciousness of oneness. And the moment we get rid of these anti-this, against that, anti-him, anti-that, we're going to start to have a unified field of thinking, which is what Einstein was trying to prove. What you were talking is what Einstein was trying to prove. E is equal to mc squared, the theory of relativity. But what he didn't understand is there is a grand unified theory of relativity that says everything starts from one point. We are all one, and we will all return to one. Therefore, let us live one.
That's why when I started, I said the Creator wanted an experience. So he made 1/3 of a fold.
Exactly.
Get that experience.
We are only alive because God wants to experience drinking tea.
Yeah, wants to know.
If God didn't want to know how tea drinks, we wouldn't be alive. Do you understand? So as Asiene Kaya, remembering that if we want to respect each other, let's remember these 7 principles, these 7 breaths. Love, truth, forgiveness, community, spirit, unity, and godliness.
Let's not weaponize this.
Let's not weaponize land too much. Because once we weaponize it, so when the Kaizer Chiefs in the Orlando Pirates, and then sonke siyophelela kuphi a stadium. Yazi stadium sinjani? Siso. And ekuyakhiwa lapha e-stadium asiphume until siqede lento siyenzayo. So let's stop playing stadium soccer.
So now my concern with like as humanity, obviously we have three factors that affect us, which is time, space, and what's the third one?
Cognition.
Yeah. So
Awareness.
It seems like there's been a fourth factor that's been introduced, man, because we live in a world that is affected by money, and we see that as another barrier that we need to fight. So, as we say, we need to express truth, and when you look at truth, it doesn't translate to uwenzimali, or it's just ukuphilisana nabantu, working in collaboration. You know, when as umuntu, you can't do everything, but you grow through others. You experience things yourself, but you experience through nature and through the people you interact with on a daily basis. That's how you make sense of things. So with this additional thing that is there, there is a barrier that we need to know how to manipulate. How do you work through that? Because now, as we are, you shouldn't kill, you shouldn't do A, B, C, nani. But the people you interact with on a daily basis might think that might liberate them at some point, or that might bring them an answer to the questions that they have. So how do you find a way to manipulate
this fourth element, money?
Yeah.
What is money, first of all?
It's a form of trade, from how I understand it.
It's a tool.
Money is a Babylonian
Does that make
god.
it an enemy?
Money is a Babylonian god of fortune and wealth. It's an idol. Now, what are idols and gods? They are entities that have a channeled focus of energy until they had a life of their own. Right? So now, money is a god. It's an energy. So how do you tap into an energy? You vibrate at its frequency. Right? Now, is money an evil god? Because I'm saying it's a Babylonian idol, am I saying it's an evil god? No, I'm saying it's an energy level that you need to tap into. How do you tap into the energy frequency of money? Produce something that will require money. Either a service, either a product, get a job, get employment, do something. Don't sit down with isimpepo nekhandlela uthi gogo siyahlupheka thumelani imali. Money is an energy frequency that you tap into in order to acquire. So, I'm an Anang he's an artist, right? He's an artist. If he wants money, he's not going to put his guitar in his bedroom and suddenly money is going to come out of under the bed. He needs to go out and play his guitar. I'm a builder. I need to build houses. I need to build walls. I need to build something. Do you understand? Yes, our government abasenze relax. Siyahlupheka. Mara sihlala siphahla. Sihlala sithandaza. uNkulunkulu akasiphenduli. Money is an energy frequency. As much as everything else is an energy frequency. There was a time where I'm going to give you a short example. We were doing a positive exertion of energy, right? I wish I had 5,000 rand in cash. We need to do something, just 25,000. So we was push up this part of this project. While we are talking about that in the phone, hey man, is this our ILO? Yeah, no, we'd like to have, we are this and company, we'd like to have an interview with you on a day. What's this about? No, we want to talk about this and this and this. And we are going to give you 5,000 for the interview. How? No, 5,000 okay, interview. Now you tell me what happened there.
I think you put it, you were working, you put the energy out there, this is what you want to attract, and then that's how it is.
Whatever you have, whatever you're experiencing right now, did you not say it at one point in your life?
I did.
All right. Start fixing what you say about yourself. Change what you say about yourself, and 5 years' time, come back and tell me if you're still going through the same thing.
Always make sure that your thoughts and emotions are aligned, because you cannot attract something that your emotions are against. And you cannot be dreaming about your car, but your confidence is saying, am I worthy for a car? You never quit for a car, because there's always that doubt in which you can't accept.
This very true. Like when I was reading, I was busy seeing common things, right? And I didn't speak to Abba. We're not together all the time. That's why I even asked Uspo as we tell, where did this topic come from? He said, no, Abba gave it to me. So I was like, okay, this is energy. When I understand frequency, how it vibrates. Because I'm sending information to the universe, right? Through my experience. He's receiving. So he's able to choose for me now, through energy. But if I was not doing that, he probably was going to ask himself, you know, that's what I'm saying. So I'm going to so when I take on to ban man. So energy works.
There is an old European philosopher, Nicola Machiavelli. I'm sure you've heard about him. No? Nicola Machiavelli. In one of his books, he speaks about availability. Availability. A lot of us go through our lives and we are not available for our own self. We miss our own opportunities because we are not available for our own opportunities, our own self. Be available in your life. Ukuze umuntu umbuza ukuthi manje kwenze njani ukuze ufike hayi nama ngazi ngibone kwenzekile. How many times have you heard that? Hayi angazi ngibone kwenzekile. So what are you saying? Your life was happening while you were ignorant of it. You were not present in your life while it was happening. You were in the sideline, it was happening to you. I hate it when people tell me, I don't know, where were you? Where were you? While your life is happening? Be available in your life, be present. Presence, availability is the key. Ibala, ibakhona. Be available. You understand?